First off, the Miller experiment. Where you're talking about these primordial experiments that were done in a laboratory back in the 1960s, and then they've been refined and repeated over and over and over again in the lab. They by no means suggest anything about building blocks of life. In fact, Miller got far more tall. The experiment which you failed to bring out is the fact that he had to build a special trap in order to catch these amino acids and quickly separate them from the primordial soup as they form, so that they wouldn't be broken apart. And the amino acids. Literally, and every experiment done since then literally has to build a trap to separate them, which you would not find a trap in nature. You would not find a trap in nature. You would not find a trap in nature. So again, you know, that invalidates Miller's experiment. In addition to that, scientists also know that when it comes to producing proteins, not only do you need amino acids, but the proteins are built of only left-handed types. Studies of Precambrian rock and Cambrian rock studies of Precambrian rock and Cambrian rock show us conclusively the insides of these rocks have been oxidized. There may have been over 1 million times more oxygen present in the early atmosphere than estimated, theorized, or originally projected. And if that's the case, in addition to that, it wouldn't matter whether it was if the primordial earth lacked oxygen, there would not be a sufficient protection from radiation coming in from outer space. So any developing life it couldn't have occurred in the oceans either, because or any kind of water for that matter. Water is the universal solvent, and it breaks things down by a process called hydrolysis. Very effective at dissolving and breaking down many different substances, including amino acid bonds, and for that matter, the vast majority of chemical bonds will break down in water. The vast majority of chemical bonds will break down in water. The vast majority of chemical bonds will break down in water, and that includes your polynucleotides. And now, in addition to that, in the book In the RNA World, written by Leslie Orgel, who is an evolutionist, and Gerald Joyce, eminent evolutionary microbiologists, they state about the RNA world theory. This discussion has, in a sense, focused on a straw man, the myth of a self-replicating RNA molecule that arose de novo from a soup of random polynucleotides. Not only is such a notion unrealistic in light of our current understanding of prebiotic chemistry, but it would strain the credulity of even the optimist view of RNA's catalytic potential. That is from Orgel and Gerald Joyce, eminent evolutionary microbiologist. and Orgel was an assistant researcher with Miller and Crick, and he was there with Miller's experiments.